I got a request to do a video on which notebook I prefer, the quality, the size, etc. So I pulled out the different type of notebooks from this month and then going into next month because they just so happen to be, and then the following month. They just so happen to be notebooks that I prefer. So once I started this whole process of doing bound books in my last year around February, I was weighing that option very carefully, and I come to find out that I do prefer these three papers, if I could find an empty one. The Moleskine, the Stalogy, and then the Nanami. The Nanami is Tomoe River Paper. So obviously the Tomoe River Paper is a lot thinner, okay? I prefer lined notebooks. However, in these different books, there's no lined notebooks that they sell bound that are this amount of pages. So the Nanami is a 485, page book, and it's 5mm grid. I'm not really caring about the millimeter of grids. I really don't care about that. Now, I care about ruled and college-wide lined ruled. But so the Moleskine, I really, really love for the distinctiveness of the grid. So why? Because when I'm writing my today, I am a lefty. So I can write and I have lines. So it's very similar to like a lined notebook for me. I really do love the Moleskine. I would have to use a Moleskine expanded, which I'm sure I'll probably do that in like August or something. I think they hold really, really well in this size. This is like 192 pages. But when you get to like the 400 pages, it starts to do that, and it starts to buckle, and this starts to go completely in like that. And then that's when it becomes a problem, and that's when I don't like it. So that's why I chose this. This is April. I chose this month to go in a smaller size notebook, and then I broke it all out. I broke it all up because I knew that with the Moleskines, they will bend. And last year in August, September, when I was in it, I cut the spine out, which was a big mistake, so it can expand more. And I just did not like that. So I don't know. I would have to work my way around that. Now the Stalogy, let me go back to the Moleskine real fast. So as you can see, I like to use all kinds of different colors. This one is a Sharpie-esh gel in the blue. I've used the inner gel in the black. I've used Sarasa 0.5, a thinner nib. I feel like in the Stalogy and in the Moleskine, I can use any kind of pins, and it would be okay. Now, rollerball pins, my favorite all pin for all of these notebooks right here is this one. But I don't technically use this until I get into this book, which is the Tomoe River Paper. So, like for instance, I'll just write, film, video on sizes. We'll just write that for right now, right? So look how bold that is. It's not really going to smear. Now this is the Moleskine paper. The Moleskine paper is normally like a wet kind of paper. It's kind of thick. It don't do that whole, it could, but the Tomoe River Paper is going to make that crinkling sound and all that. But I'm telling you, these are my favorite papers, these three. Someone asked, which one do I prefer? Like, honestly, it would, I am a mood person. That's why I use all of the different papers interchangeably every month, because I can't just stick to one paper. Like if I use this for the whole year, I'll be upset because then I'll start to not like this paper, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I bring in like the Stalogy. We all love the Stalogy, but let's just be honest. It's stark white, faint grid. It's bomb. I know the I'm not sure if this was an A5. I forget. Yes, it is. A5. I think it's the smaller grid. I don't really care about that because as you can see, I don't even write really in it. Look, this one is taking up 2 spaces. Like, I don't know. To me, you can't really see it, but then you can, and I kind of like that. But then and it kind of gets to me. So let's just write with this. What is this? Because I don't want to mess this up. Let's go towards the back. We'll go here, and I'll just kind of label it pen test, just so that way. Because this is a book I'm still kind of using. Let's go down some. So this is that Uniball Jetstream. I'm just going to put Uni Jetstream. And as you can see, when I write in here, I can't spell stream. Nothing. Like this pen is bomb. It's 1.0. It's a rollerball. And it just really is wonderful in here. And I love this pen in all 3 of these here. Let me talk about the gels, though, in here. I love the gels in this stark white paper, because it just comes out like butter and it writes wonderful, in my opinion, on it. And I don't know. So I couldn't say that one or the other is my favorite. Just one of these. It's all 3 of them, honestly. Like, it's just that's what it is. So I'm going to go down to my commonplace book, because this is my May book, so I haven't like really wrote in it or anything. Tomoe River Paper, to me, is I have to be in a mood for it. I can't use Tomoe River Paper every single month. I would be mad. It is very thin paper, so it doesn't smear this pen, in my opinion. It doesn't. So again, Uni Ball Jet Stream, it's not going anywhere. The Sharpie S gel, y'all know that does the most. Like, bomb. Like, you guys know it'll smear, but it won't smear as bad. So as far as pens are concerned, I like my rollerballs on my Tomoe River Paper. Tomoe River Paper is not my favorite. I will say that. I do love it, and I do want to use it, but that's not my favorite. I mean, I love them all 3, but if you want, I mean, I guess if I have to choose, like I have to choose, it's probably the Stalogy. Then it would be this, and then it would be this. So Stalogy, Moleskine, and then Tomoe River. Now, let's talk about the sizes, because in the beginning of at the end of the year, I liked A5 and A5 Y. I mean, the wider one than this. So let me see if I can try to find. I didn't bring the notebook. Hold on. I'll use like an idea notebook. It's what I could get my hands on. This is a wide. Okay, you see a standard. Then you call it a wide because you still have extra space. Towards the end of the year, this was my jam. This was my jam. And I love to use the wide in an A5 Moterm. I still love it. But my tried and true size is a standard. For sure, 100% standard size is my size. Price point, the standard, I mean the Stalogy and the Moleskine are around the same. $21, $20. Sometimes you can get a Stalogy for like $19.99. Moleskine, you can get, for like the same on Amazon. If I was to try to go get this at Barnes & Noble, I think it's like $25, like some ridiculous price. I like to get them on Amazon. This one I get from nanamipaper.com. And these are a little bit more pricey, and I don't like, that's why I kind of don't use them a whole lot. I think last year I used about 2 in this size, and then January of this year I used a lined B6 Slim. B6 Slim for my at-home planning is not good. For a commonplace book, it's good for me, or like on the go. personal B6 Slim, Franklin Covey, like that kind of size is good for me on the go. But for at home, standard, a wide A5, that's good. The B6 does come into play to my next favorite size because it's wide. And I feel like you could still get more bang for your buck. So in June, I am going into a B6. So I haven't been in a B6 since, I don't think my planner system has been in a B6. It's been in a B6 Slim last year and this year, but not in a B6. So I know I'm going to love the extra space, and I know I'm going to love the height of it because let's go over here to my tasks and personal goals, right? So look at that. Here's the standard size, right? In comparison to the B6 size. And then look at the stark white paper. Like I tend to crave that. So right when I'm coming out in May, because this is my May book, I haven't started, it starts next week. This book is gonna get so big. It's gonna get probably like right there or more because this is 480 pages and I am going to be writing and pasting a lot in here. The spine holds up really well, the Nanami does. So I know that come June, I'm gonna be like craving this paper. So that's why I alternate. These are my favorite papers in a bound book, and that's why I alternate. Stalogy is my first, Moleskine's my second, and Nanami is my third. Nanami is definitely a, Tomoe River Paper. This is the Nanami is the book. Tomoe River Paper is kind of like, lower on the list because, I don't know, I don't like playing that smearing game. Have to wait a little bit for it to dry. Although the smearing is not like a huge entire problem, it can be. And I feel so unprepared. I should have got my one that I completed last year in November, and I could show you. I may go upstairs with you guys again and get it. But the B6, I already know is going to be really good for me. And then this is the size that if for any reason I had to take it, which I highly doubt I would have to because there's no reason for me to take all this stuff on the go. I could feel comfortable in this kind of a size. So again, the notebook that I prefer is the Stalogy. Second is Moleskine. Next is Tomoe River Paper. I think the Stalogy is superb in their quality. The size is a standard, wide, and then B6. The price points, they're all around 20 bucks. This is a little bit more. I want to say it's like 27, 25. Don't quote me. I don't know. It's more than these for sure. So this is a half-year Stalogy. I think I got it on Amazon or someone gave it to me. One of those. But I love the standard size. It's my jam. It's what I like. You know what? I don't want to go upstairs. I was going to get my completed one that I did in this exact same book. I think I did it in November. And I can't really talk about it until I go get it. Come on, guys. Wonderful, right? If I would just be prepared, it would be great. I just like to put the camera on. I literally just saw this comment and I had time and I was like, let me just film this really quickly. So that's literally what I'm doing. It's kind of dark because it's like raining over here. Well, it wants to rain. So let's grab it. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. I think I did the dot. That other one is a dot grid. And this one is lined. But it's very faint. Very, very faint. I can't even find. Can you see? And it held up. And mind you, I added 2 more sections into my system. So you could see, I feel it came apart, the little spine right there, but I feel it held up pretty good. And this is the Tomoe River Paper. Now, I'll show you the Moleskine. See how it did? I took the spine out. This is the Moleskine 400 pages. This is last August and September. And of course, this is missing a whole lot of my current system. But this is a 400-page book. And that was driving me bonkers. So I'll never take the spine out, but then it'll start doing this. So anyhow, I hope that answers your question as to, you know, what is my size, what I prefer. All of these are still Tomoe River Paper, Moleskine, Stalogy. I would say I didn't use a whole lot of Stalogy last year because everybody was using Stalogy and everybody was all about Stalogy this, Stalogy that, B6, B6. And cutting down I was just like, oh gosh, no. So I went more with the Moleskine and more with the Tomoe River Paper, just because, again, I just wanted something different. But these are my sizes. This is what I like. So May, I will be in this cover. So this is literally just a Foxy Fix dashboard. Has duct tape. I just kind of didn't like to see that, so I put this really cute tape there. This is a cover from Christina Gomez, and I reinforced the right here with tape, so I won't have any issues going in and out of covers. And then I kind of just put this in here like so, tuck it in, and it gives me extra thing to look at. So that is in May. And then right now, I am in this A5 Mo term with my Stalogy tucked in here with this little friend right here. It had my monthly on this, but I put my monthly over here since I'm already starting that next week. And then this goes in here. I wish they made a standard with this really nice pocket. This actually will close since my monthly's over here. So I hope that answered your question. I hope this was helpful. If not, this surely was kind of fun. God bless you guys.